In just a few hours from now, the CEOs of Robinhood, Reddit, two hedge funds, and one of the leaders of this amateur trading army will be on Capitol Hill as lawmakers try and get to the bottom of the GameStop stock trading frenzy that we saw a few weeks ago. It all started when a group of mostly anonymous retail investors, inspired by a Reddit chat room, caused the stock prices of GameStop and other similar companies to surge, crushing hedge funds that had bet against these companies. But then some of those investors lost big when the mobile trading app Robinhood halted some trading for these stocks. Now, all of the major players will be grilled by lawmakers to find out exactly what happened. I spoke to the lawmaker who launched this hearing, Chairwoman of the Financial Services Committee, Maxine Waters. My first question, what do you hope to get out of this thing?
We certainly must start to find out exactly what happened. To that end, I'm going to have a series of hearings. The first hearing, I have invited Robinhood and Citadel and Melvin Capital and Reddit and even Keith Gill. And we're going to ask them exactly, what did you do? What role did you play? In our second hearing, we're going to bring in the experts to opine or to share information with us about what was happening by the retail traders, what was happening with the hedge fund guys, what was happening with short selling, all of that. And then, of course, the third hearing, I think we will have enough information to make a decision about whether or not we need to do some corrections. As you know, SEC is the cop on the block. They're doing their own investigation now. And so by the time we get to our third hearing, we will probably be able to determine whether or not there was conflict of interest, whether or not there was collusion, and we will work with the SEC to see what needs to be done.
Do you have any reason to believe that there was wrongdoing?
I am approaching this in a manner that will allow each of the entities to tell their story. I'm not going to come in with preconceived notions about who did what. I've been getting so many calls from so-called experts and others, all, talking about what they think happened, what should not have happened. And so I'm going to allow them to have the opportunity to tell everybody exactly what role they played. And so I'm not going to start out with having concluded anything at this point.
Does it concern you that we have these types of hearings? They make a lot of headlines, they make a lot of noise, but then when it comes time to change the system and make it stronger and better, that doesn't happen. We saw these hearings after the flash crash back in 2010, and the SEC is still opining on new regulation.
Our aim certainly is to protect the investor and to do what needs to be done. And so I don't start out thinking that this is too big, this is too difficult, and that we don't have a role to play. We certainly have demonstrated since I have chaired this committee that we're willing to do what is necessary, even to change the status quo and to go up against what is some of the big powers that in the financial services industry. And so I take on this task with the understanding that we must make sure that our investors are protected, big and small.
Does it concern you when you look at this situation that possibly technology moved quicker than regulation?
Well, of course, we have some concerns about technology and the speed at which certain entities have access to information quicker than anybody else, can make quick decisions that could be very profitable. Yeah, we're concerned, and we think that technology certainly plays a role in the way some of our entities operate, and they put it an advantage by the way that they have access to the kind of resources that enable them to make decisions to buy and sell quicker and to be on top of things before others can even know what's going on.
What about free resources? Should people be able to use anonymous chat rooms to pump up a stock, to tell a story, and not have to hold any accountability? On the other side, banks are highly regulated, but something like Reddit isn't. We don't even know who those people are.
No, we don't. And that's what we're going to find out. We're going to find out, we hear a lot about how it works and what the different farms are that operate. Wall Street Bets is the farm that we're going to be focused on. This is where I understand a lot of exchange of information goes on all the time, but we're going to ask the questions and we're going to dig into it, and we're going to find out exactly what was done and how it was done.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.